Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Joe Osawai.
Growing up as a kid in Nigeria, I thought leadership was about titles because back home we are big on titles, even till date. You turn on the news, you hear big names like chairman, Oga, chief, and all the rest. So growing up, I thought it was all about position, titles, that makes you a good leader. But my first real lessons on true leadership wasn't from all the titles in the media or these positions, but it came from my mom. Yes, my mom. As a kid, my mom had a bakery. She set up a bakery which produced cakes and confectionaries. We observed mom wake up every single day to make sure that she got the cakes and all the confectionery ready to be shipped out early to get to the departmental stores so that at 8 a.m. when they open, it's all on the shelves. She woke up daily between 3 and 4 a.m. every single day, apart from Sunday. So we grew up in that environment, noticing what Mama was doing. She got myself and my siblings involved in the business quite early. She didn't wake us up at 3 or 4, but about 6, we had to get up to support her, to do our little bit to make sure that we can ship everything out. From those times, I learned 4 things which I have used till date in my personal life and in my businesses. I learned 4 things from Mama. 1, I learned discipline. 2, I learned courage. 3, inspiration. And the last thing is the love for people. We saw the way Mama related to our employees and also her customers. And of course, she showed that same love to her kids, of course. The discipline to wake up every day consistently for years, we observed. The courage to act irrespective of outcomes. The inspiration to show up and to build from nothing. And the love for people in the area of service. I call myself a serial entrepreneur because I've invested in different businesses, from managed services and telecoms to subsea work, ROVs in oil and gas, hospitality, fashion, and real estate. The 4 things I learned from Mom is what I still apply in my different businesses today. Discipline, courage, inspiration, and the love for people. Businesses do not build people. People build businesses. Discipline. I have made it a point of duty to consistently show up in my workplace with my team every single time, showing examples to them, because most times the team gets the energy from the leader. Courage. They say courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to act irrespective of that fear. Every day we try to show up and make sure that no matter what the outcomes are, we constantly push. A book tells us that courage has a lot of advantage. It says, do not throw away your courage because it has great rewards. Or do not throw away your confidence, for it has great rewards. So by example, we constantly turn up in front of our teams to make sure that they get that energy from us. That's another trait of great leadership. Inspiration. Over the years, I've changed my title from Chief Executive Officer to CIO, Chief Inspiration Officer, so that intentionally on a daily basis, I remind myself that I must be the biggest inspiration to my team and the biggest cheerleader of my team. Talking about courage, something happened in one of my businesses in the past, in the ROV business. We acquired an asset, and the first job that we got, we lost the asset. This was an asset that cost thousands and thousands of dollars. It wasn't our fault, but it was the fault of the guy that was operating the DP2 vessel. Power went out, and there was lack of communication between our umbilical. We connected the vessel to the ROV in the water. So we lost communication, and the waves took the ROV away. First job, can you imagine how we felt? Very, very devastated. Even though we had insured the asset, but it was still so tough. But we had to be courageous to say, oh yes, it has happened, but what next? And we continued to push and push and push till we finally overcame that situation, and business flourished afterwards. Courage also. We run a business here in the UAE called Kiza. When we started this business 13 years ago, everything was against us. Everything was against us. But by courage, we stood in and continued to push. And today we're done 13 years. That is the power of courage. The last part is the love for people. Without the love for people, you cannot be a true leader, because true leadership is about service to people. As I said before, if you build a business properly, you will not be building a business, but you'll be building people that become your tribe, which is the main and the most important part of creating a business, where you have a tribe that believes in what you're doing. And it is true leadership, through the love of people, that can get you that. When you look around today, you hear so many titles and positions, but there's a death in leadership. So I stand today to say we need to redefine what true leadership is all about. Is it about the number of people you control, or the amount of followers you have? I think true leadership is the ability to create an environment where people are impacted, they flourish, they have the ability to be the best that they can be. That is what I call true leadership. As I said, the 4 things I learned from Mom was discipline, courage, inspiration, and the love for people. I say before I leave the stage that you must have the courage to continue to show up consistently. You must have the discipline to show by example. You must have the inspiration to create that spark in people. And you must have the love to serve, because I think leadership, the highest form of leadership, is service to the people. If we can adopt and adapt these 4 pillars that I've talked about, we will be able to escape the trap of titles and start to lead. And I think that is a legacy worth living for. Thank you.